Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the London Monarchs. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Monarchs 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gators. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Check 24. Slam. Check safety. He's coming. Rock it. Fire.
Throwing on 1st down. McGill. Open man, it's Preston Williams. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Recon, 152 fighter. Switch. Now.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Looking to throw. McGill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The 20-yard line.
Mike. Blue line. I got him. Very good.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota got an open man. It's Ratley. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Three.
They'll run on first down. Tanner. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All day, dog. Slam. One.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
There he goes left side. And touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you to school. Check 52. Switch. Where they see?
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Get ready.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
All day, every day, any day.
Hey.
58's money. Bring it. 58's the money. 58.
To throw on 2nd down. McGill dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Keep playing on.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's get it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Yes.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Back to throw. McGill being chased out left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Saints 14, Monarchs 7.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. From the gun, Mariota. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. A first down throw for Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 20! What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a give right side. Tanner, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph.
Hey, Orbit.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. McGill. Open man, he's got it. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, ready? 18, Gator.
58, right there. I got one. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Switch. Shift.
Look at me. Door.
Tighten up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
3, 218, chopper.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run with Valage. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. I guess that was a little better. He got back to the line of scrimmage there after the loss on 1st down, but now you're still dealing with a 3rd and long.
So let's put on our offense coordinator hat. They've been very aggressive against the run the last 2 plays. I'm thinking screen right here. Let them come get the quarterback and dump it off, and there could be some room to roam.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
It's just me and you.
On third down, Tanner. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That one goes for 8 yards.
First down.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mike, smoke. 55. Check, 55, Mike.
To throw Mariota. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Say. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Got some room at the 30. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Joker. Check it out, read.
Go. Ready.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, they're scared. Big Dan.
General West.
Go. Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Ship.
Lead grip.
They run it with Balaj. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGill has got it to Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm going to run you Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Look at me. Zip 5.
Operating from the gun. McGill. Got him in. It's Brown. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, McGill. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Leo. Check go.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Touchdown, New Orleans! Damian Ratley, 81 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Here we go. Here we go.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Go.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Move.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Watch 36.
2nd and 4. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Mike 36.
Ready.
On first down, McGill. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 36. Mike 36.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? 22 jet bomber.
Check the backer. Watch 36.
To throw again, McGill. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, check 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tanner. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Tanner. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Back. Check
They'll try the left side. Tanner. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. 61, matchbox lights.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
58, right there. Check pass. 58 for Mike, 58.
Hey, Echo.
Good track. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Jim. Out.
Hey, Sam off. 5.
Throwing on 1st down. McGill. This is caught inside the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McGill. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike, 36. Here we go.
Throwing again. McGill. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 yards for number 11.
That's another London 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Blue draw quarters.
Mike 57. Here we go. 57.
Get it.
Again, McCaffrey, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point try good by Gywu. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Tanner, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, McGill. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Army. 56 to Mike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road